have a dog with them, and we have kennels and all that to make.
Difficult or fallacious excuse for laziness and addiction.
Welcome to Homeless U.S. News.
In the dim back streets of Phoenix, life flickers between fragile hope and crushing despair. The desert sun mercilessly scorching forgotten souls in the shadows. They call it the Valley of the Sun, a place once alive with endless opportunity, innovation, and the unyielding pulse of the American dream. But here's the gut punch. Amid exploding tech hubs and luxury towers, a crisis boils over, turning lively streets into raw survival zones. Picture thousands braving 110 degrees Fahrenheit heat without water or refuge, dreams fading like mist. It's a heart-shattering contrast, riches rising as lives unravel. In 2025, over 9,734 inches, Phoenix, Arizona faced homelessness, a 3% overall rise, unsheltered spiking 28% per the Maricopa Association of Governments. These aren't stats, they're stories of courage, loss, and unyielding survival. The current landscape of homelessness in Arizona. Under the blazing Arizona sun, Phoenix gleams with progress. Yet, beneath that glow, the city's streets tell a story of struggle. In early 2025, more than 9,700 people were counted as homeless across Maricopa County, and most of them were adults over 25. The number of people living without shelter, in tents, cars, or sidewalks has surged by nearly 28% compared to the previous year, showing how fragile life can become when stability slips away. With rents nearing $1,900 for a one-bedroom apartment and wages barely rising, even small setbacks, a lost job, a medical bill, or a rent hike can push someone from a home to the streets. Shelters are full, outreach teams are stretched thin, and more people now seek shade under bridges or in empty lots just to survive the desert heat. In downtown Phoenix, tents line the sidewalks, each one hiding a different story. A mother calming her child after sunset, an older man clutching photos of better days, a young worker who simply ran out of time and luck. These aren't faceless strangers. They're part of the same community that thrives just blocks away. When you pass someone sitting alone on a street corner, what comes to your mind? Sympathy, indifference, or guilt? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Homeless U.S. News to keep uncovering the real lives behind the numbers. Harsh life on the streets. In the heart of Phoenix, where glass towers shimmer under the desert sun, the streets tell a different story, one of endurance, loss, and quiet courage. Each sunrise brings a cruel reminder of survival, blistering heat by day, bone-chilling air by night. For the thousands who sleep on the concrete, life is stripped to its simplest form, finding shade, clean water, and a place safe enough to rest your head. Yet, behind every tent and every cardboard shelter is a human soul, carrying dreams once as bright as the city skyline. The streets are loud, yet full of silence, the kind that comes when no one calls your name anymore. Hunger gnaws, exhaustion dulls the senses, and loneliness becomes heavier than the heat itself. Still, amid this quiet despair, small acts of kindness bloom like desert flowers. A stranger shares a sandwich, a volunteer offers socks, and for a moment, the world feels less cruel. Beneath the dust, beneath the scars, beats a heart that still believes tomorrow might be kinder. The path to hope, solutions for today and tomorrow. Amid Phoenix's relentless heat, hope is quietly rising. Across Arizona, real change is taking shape, driven by compassion and determination. In 2025, Governor Katie Hobbs announced over $13 million for eviction prevention and homelessness response programs.
To create a legal place to be, that the city had to provide some means for homeless people in our community to have a legal place where they could sleep.
Can come in drunk or high or have a dog with them, and we have kennels and all that to make.
Behind that figure are real people, families staying housed, single parents catching their breath, and outreach workers finally able to say yes instead of "we wish we could help." These funds support rent and utility aid, direct help for those already unhoused, and statewide hotlines connecting people to life-saving resources. Downtown, innovation turns into humanity. Vacant buildings are being reborn as safe spaces, like the new Navigation Center with 280 private climate-controlled units made from shipping containers. Inside, residents find not just shelter, but a fresh start, job training, healthcare, and people who care. Meanwhile, mobile outreach teams bring medical aid, meals, and compassion straight to those still on the streets. Nonprofits such as A New Leaf are redefining what recovery means, guiding people toward jobs, stability, and dignity. Across cities like Mesa and Scottsdale, new affordable housing projects are proving that collaboration can spark real change. Hope, it turns out, isn't a far-off dream. It's being built, one act of kindness at a time. In Arizona's deserts, where the sun burns brightest, so too does the will to help one another rise again. The path to hope, solutions for today and tomorrow. In the heart of Phoenix, hope is beginning to grow again. The city is moving from reacting to crisis toward creating real, lasting solutions that center on people, not just numbers. Outreach teams now go directly into encampments, offering not only a place to sleep, but mental health care, job training, and small steps toward rebuilding stability. It's more than shelter, it's the beginning of recovery and dignity. Across Maricopa County, more than $100 million have been invested since 2021 to open shelters that welcome everyone and convert old buildings into temporary homes. At the same time, state programs like those from the Arizona Department of Economic Security help families stay housed with rent and utility assistance before eviction strikes. Nonprofits such as Keys to Change and A New Leaf are also making a difference through legal help, employment support, and community spaces where people rediscover belonging and hope. Change doesn't happen overnight, but every action counts. What do you think your community could do to bring more light to those living without a home? Have you ever seen kindness change someone's life? Share your thoughts below. I want to hear your voice. And if these stories touch you, remember to subscribe to Homeless US News, so together we can keep shining light on real people and real hope. Root causes of homelessness. Beneath the blinding Arizona sun, homelessness isn't just a statistic, it's a heartbeat lost in the noise of the city. Phoenix shines with new towers and booming businesses. Yet for thousands, that same skyline is a reminder of everything they've lost. Arizona now has only about 25 affordable rental homes for every 100 low-income families. When rent averages around $1,800 a month and wages barely scrape by, even people who work full-time can fall through the cracks. One broken paycheck, one hospital bill, one missed rent, and the ground gives way. The state's rapid growth has become a double-edged sword. New luxury apartments rise every month, but the people who built those buildings can't afford to live in them. Gentrification pushes longtime residents out, while bans on rent control strip cities of tools to protect them. Access to mental health care remains thin, and addiction treatment centers are overflowing. It's a system where losing your footing isn't rare, it's expected. Spreading shadows, social vices, and wandering souls on the streets. Beneath Phoenix's glittering skyline, a different world exists in the shadows. In the zone, rows of tents stretch across cracked sidewalks, each one holding a story of loss, exhaustion, and survival. The air is thick with dust and quiet despair. Since 2019, fentanyl-related deaths in Maricopa County have more than doubled, showing how addiction and homelessness now walk hand in hand. For many, using drugs isn't about escape anymore. It's about getting through another day. With shelters beyond capacity, nearly 3/4 of those living on the streets struggle with substance use, and about half also face untreated mental health issues. They drift from corner to corner, avoiding police sweeps, forming small circles of trust just to stay safe. Every night is a gamble between fear and fatigue. Amid this chaos, an underground economy keeps life moving. People trade scavenged items, food, or whatever they can find just to survive. Fires flicker in the distance, arguments break out, and the city looks away. Yet behind every tent lies a human story, one of people trying to hold on to dignity in a world that's forgotten them. These wandering souls don't just lose their homes, they lose their anchor to belonging. As they fade into the background of city life, their silence becomes a mirror for us all. What do you see when you pass someone living on the street? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you believe these stories deserve to be heard, subscribe to Homeless US News to stand with those still searching for light in the dark. Impacts of homelessness. Homelessness isn't just about tents under bridges or people sleeping in the park. It's a quiet storm that shakes the health, economy, and spirit of a city. Every person without a home faces battles we rarely see: exhaustion, illness, fear, and invisibility. Studies show that people experiencing homelessness are far more likely to suffer from chronic diseases like heart problems, diabetes, and depression. Without stable housing, they can't get regular medical care, turning small issues into life-threatening emergencies that strain hospitals and public systems. But the damage runs deeper than health. Losing a home often means losing a job, an education, and a sense of direction. When someone can't rest safely or store their belongings, how can they show up to work ready to start fresh? Cities spend millions each year on cleanups, emergency calls, and police responses, money that could instead build housing and restore stability before people fall too far. Then there's the emotional toll. When we walk past someone on the street and feel nothing, a part of our humanity fades. Neighborhoods grow divided, between those with doors to lock and those who sleep under the open sky. Yet even in the darkest corners, kindness survives. A stranger sharing food, a volunteer offering a blanket, a simple smile that says, "You matter." What do you feel when you see someone living on the street? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your words might touch someone's heart. And if these stories move you, hit subscribe to join Homeless US News, where we give voice to the unseen and remind the world that compassion still matters. Stories of resilience amid the numbers. Amid the growing crisis of homelessness in Arizona, resilience continues to shine in quiet, powerful ways. Behind every tarp and tent lies not just struggle, but a will to endure. Across cities like Phoenix, Mesa, and Tempe, people wake each day determined to rebuild their dignity despite having so little left. They share food, protect one another, and find strength in simple acts of kindness that the world often overlooks. This resilience is not born from comfort. It's forged in survival, in the courage to keep going when everything else has been stripped away. Homelessness reveals more than hardship. It exposes the depth of the human spirit. In shelters and encampments, communities form from nothing, small circles of trust where people lift each other through the darkest nights. It's in the shared laughter around a meal, the offered blanket on a cold evening, or the quiet nod between strangers who understand the same pain. These moments, though fragile, remind us that humanity still lives fiercely, even in forgotten corners. Resilience isn't measured in statistics or government reports. It's found in perseverance, compassion, and hope. Every person surviving on the streets carries a story of endurance, not of failure, but of strength that defies circumstance. If these words touch you, take a moment to subscribe to Homeless US News. Together, we can give these unseen voices the recognition they deserve and turn empathy into action, because change begins when we choose to see. Personal reflections. As the sun dips behind Phoenix's skyline, the city glows like gold, but beneath that beauty lies a quieter, heavier rhythm. I've walked those streets at night, where the air cools and voices rise from the sidewalks, carrying stories no one was meant to live. Each face tells a different version of survival, some holding on to faith, others just trying to make it through the next hour. Out here, hope isn't loud. It's whispered in small acts of kindness, like a stranger sharing water, or a mother wrapping her child in a blanket that's seen too many winters. Every time I meet someone like Maria, James, or Aisha, I'm reminded how fragile normal really is. Maria lost her job and still finds the strength to tell her daughter bedtime stories under a torn tent. James sleeps in his car, but wakes early to help serve food to others. Aisha sketches faces of those she meets, holding on to beauty even when the world has turned its back. Their strength humbles me. It's raw, it's real, and it forces me to ask myself, what would I do if I lost everything? These stories change you. They make you see that homelessness isn't a world apart. It's a mirror of what happens when we stop caring, when compassion fades. But it's also a reminder that love, kindness, and empathy are still stronger than despair. If these stories move you the way they move me, don't just scroll past. Subscribe to Homeless US News. Join our growing community that believes every story deserves to be heard, every life deserves dignity, and every voice can spark change. Together, we can turn awareness into action and make sure that no one in Phoenix, or anywhere, has to face the night alone. Conclusion, a call to action. Phoenix shines under the desert sun, bold, modern, and full of ambition. Yet beneath that golden skyline, thousands fight silent battles, searching for safety and belonging in the very city that promises opportunity. Homelessness here is not just about lacking shelter. It's about losing visibility, voice, and connection. It's about people forgotten in plain sight, living each day between resilience and despair. This crisis isn't confined to one street or one city. It reflects something deeper about who we are as a society, how easily comfort can blind us to suffering, and how fragile stability truly is. Every time we walk past someone struggling, we face a quiet choice, to look away or to look closer. Because compassion isn't weakness, it's the strength that keeps communities human. Real change doesn't start with billion-dollar budgets or sweeping reforms. It begins with awareness, with one person caring enough to act. Maybe that means volunteering your time, supporting local outreach programs, or simply speaking up when others stay silent. Each action, no matter how small, creates ripples of hope that can grow into waves of transformation. So I ask you, what will your part be in this story? How can you help light the path for someone still lost in the dark? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else to take that first step. And if you believe every voice matters, every life counts, then hit subscribe to Homeless US News. Together, let's keep shining light where it's needed most, until no one is left unseen.